Hey, what's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and today we're going to be checking out a cool new pedal from Wingman FX, the Danger Zone. Let's check it out. Wingman FX is new to the pedal game, and this is their initial offering, the Danger Zone, which of course plays off the Top Gun theme. It's over the top, as you can see by the graphics over here, but it's a combo pedal of an analog phaser and tremolo, and it's fully featured, and so it's easy to use on the fly as well. I'll take you through that. But let's talk about the top panel and the controls and how you're able to use this. Starting on this side of the pedal is the tremolo side of the pedal, and over here to the right is the phaser side of the pedal. Controls are just about identical. You have a rate control for both the tremolo and the phaser. There are independent volume controls for both the tremolo and the phaser. Right now I have it set with just a slight boost, so that's really great. And you can see the actual rate of the tremolo and the phaser just by looking at the pulsing from the LED that's built into the volume control. Down below are the depth controls for both, obviously, the tremolo and the phaser. As you can see, this is a little slower on the phaser side, and I have the tremolo a little faster. Now, over here, we have 3 foot switches, one for arm, jet wash, and fire. Jet wash I'll talk about in a moment. Arm is to engage or turn on the tremolo side of the pedal, and fire is to turn on and off the phaser side of the pedal. So you can have both on or one at a time, whatever you want. The jet wash is tied to the phaser side of the pedal. So engaging the phaser gives you a very more vintage style type of phase, sort of something that most guys might dig. It's sort of subtle and nice and very warm. If you engage the jet wash, and over here, it becomes a little more turbulent, and they call this a green bogey. So the LED that lights up as green gives you a more dramatic phase effect. If you want to kick it up a notch, there's a Mach 2 control up here on top, and if you switch it up, turns on the Bluebogie, which, of course, if you turn it on, you get an even more dramatic phasing effect, and you'll get to hear that momentarily. But the one very cool thing that I love about the pedal is that they've really thought about it being a pedal that's a performance pedal, meaning that they put foot controller knobs here at the top of the rate. So if I'm in the middle of a performance and I need to change the rate, rather than tap tempo, I can just sort of kick the rate control with my foot and get it to where I want it to be. And it's even thought out as well for with the depth controls. If I need more or less, you can see they're butt up against the edge of the pedal, and there's a little bit of this, non-slip pad around this. So I can actually rub my foot up against it and move the depth control up and down as well. So I really have total control with my feet on this pedal, which I totally dig. That's basically it. There's also input and outputs. There's a clean output, so we can actually run this into a clean amp as well. 9-volt adapter. It's just a fully featured analog phaser tremolo, and it sounds great. So let's dig in and hear the pedal. Here's my sound through a clean amp. I'm going to turn on the phaser first, and this is sort of the vintage style phaser. And now you can listen as I move the rate control how wobbly it gets. And if you want to get it a little more subtle, you can pull back the depth control. Or bring it back up. If I add distortion, you can get a really good sense of what this thing can really sound like. Pretty wicked. Or I can kick it back subtle. Now, as I said, if you want to take it to a more turbulent phase, just click on the jet wash and you'll get to hear a more dramatic phase. And if that's not enough, hitting the Mach 2 switch really ups the ante as far as phase. It just goes nuts here. Here we go. Now let's move over to the tremolo side, which is, again, a great tremolo, great analog tremolo. You can get more of that vintage style by dialing back the depth and then pulling back the rate. So here we go. And if you want to get really choppy and get more of that alternative shoegazer type of tremolo, you can simply move up the rate control and simply move the depth control and then set the rate control to where you want it so you can get that really great. Add a little phase and you got a lot of fun. Here we go. The Wingman FX Danger Zone is an extremely expressive analog tremolo and phaser stomp box. Having the option of having both the phaser and tremolo on at the same time, or one at a time, gives you the flexibility to get an amazing array of sounds from extreme to subtle. Definitely check it out.